Chapter 2, starting with relations and functions. So this chapter is all review, but it can be very long. So relation is a set of pair of numbers that has input, output, values, and they have some sort of relation with each other. You can represent this in 4 different ways. So these are the 4 different ways that you can represent this. Our domain is always our input, our x value. Our range is always our output, our y value. So if I'm looking at this, when you're saying your domain, and it's not in, they're just points, you can have a little birdie. So this is kind of like a birdie. I'm not very good at drawing them. But you should put them in numerical order. So I have 0, 4, 8, 12, and 16. Now numerical order, and you do not want to repeat. If there was 2 4s, I'm not going to write down 2 4s. My range, same type of thing here. My smallest number first, so I'm actually going to put my 5,904, 7,696, 8,976, 9,744, and 10,000. That would be my range. Those are all my numbers for my y value. So when I'm talking about a function, it means that every domain has exactly one element in the y value. So you always want to look at this. Do any of these repeat? Because if any of these repeat, then it does not work. So this would be a function. So yes, that's a function. Again, when I'm looking at my, here, I'm looking at my x's. I have 4, 8, 1, 6, 4. Right there, I said 4 twice. My x value, I'm only carrying my x value, so no, that is not a function. So I want you to pause the video and do C and D. When we have a graph, we have a vertical line test. So it's a little bit easier. So we can draw a vertical line. If we can draw any vertical line that touches 2 points on that graph, then it would be no, it's not a function. So right here, here's my vertical line. So no, this would not be a function because that vertical line, ooh, those eyes look funny, touch more than one spot, touch in 2 spots. Here's my vertical line. Yes, that would work. Here's a vertical line. You choose where the vertical line is, but you want to make sure to check to see if there's 2 spots in the same. So I want you to pause the video and do the next 3 by yourself. So we have a function rule. So a function rule is basically just an equation. And right here, this is like your input is your x, your output is your y. Now this is the function rule. This still is my output. This is the function of x. Because this is saying this is my equation, function f, with my variable being x. So it's still your input, this is what you get out. So if I said evaluate your function, if it looks like this, that's saying x is equal to 1. So I plug 1 into my function of x, and then I would solve that. So it's saying here's my function rule. This first question is saying, whoops, it's easy. This first one's saying evaluate my function of f at -3. So that would be putting -3 into my equation right here. So -3 times -2 is going to be equal to 6 plus 5 would give me 11. That would be my answer to the first one. Now if I'm going to write my answer as an ordered pair, it would be -3, 11. This is how you would write your answer as an ordered pair. The second one is saying evaluate the function at x equals 0. They're plugging 0 in for x, so that becomes 0 plus 5 is 5. So again, my ordered pair would be 0, 5. My last one is saying plug 1/4 into it. So -2 times 1/4 plus 5. So that gives me a -1/2 plus 5 would give me 4.5. So my output would be 1/4 input, -4.5 output. Pause the video and do B by yourself. So this next one is writing out an actual equation, so our function rule. So one thing when you're writing a function rule, you should have this right here. So that's in my function rule. You did decide which thing is going to change. Well, this says a handling fee of $2.50, so that's not going to change. That's going to stay constant. But each ticket is $35 plus a one-time handling fee of $2.50. So this would be my equation right here, my function rule. Saying, now what if you know for sure you're going to be buying 4 tickets? So your input is 4, so you're plugging 4 in for x. So if you do 35 times 4 plus 250, and you get, it costs $142.50. Pause the video and do the last question by yourself, and then you have a great, grand, wonderful day.